Okay, happy full moon, my fellow tarot fans, and welcome back. I had a little break there after doing my first ever reading live for the Scorpio full super moon that we're feeling very strongly this evening in the run-up to our the peak, which will be in the UK at 4:31 a.m. British summertime tomorrow morning, or basically in a few hours from now. So whenever you watch this, though, this is the right time for you. So you've been intuitively guided to this tarot reading, and I have already done Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, which you'll find in the link below if you look for it. Or if you are Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio, then please stay. And you can also find the timestamps in the description if you want to jump to your sign. Okay, so what I like to do is I'm using the classic Rider-Waite deck. I have my 4 archangels of the horizontal plane here to help me tune in for guidance. I also have my selenite wand, which helps to protect and shield us from any negative energy. I have my celestite, which also helps enhance my communication. And because I am a Scorpio moon myself, I'm really feeling the heightened intuition this week and for the last couple of weeks. So this is a time for transformation, and we're going to start. I'm going to be shuffling the cards here as I speak. I'm going to be calling in Hart, daughter of the mighty ones, call on Horus, the great angel of the tarot, to provide guidance for my Cancer friends here on Mother Earth during this super full moon in Scorpio. So I like to do a 3-card spread. The first card represents your mortal experience, i.e. how it feels to be living here in your body here on Earth. The second card is what your soul is here to do, so your soul purpose, your soul quest. And then the bridge, the third card is the bridge, how two can become one. So sometimes we can feel very, very separated, disconnected from our soul quest. And these full moons are quite powerful times to tune in and figure out what our soul is here to do. Okay, so it's especially a transformational time here on Earth at the moment. And this Scorpio moon is reflecting the Taurus sun at the moment. And Taurus is lined up with the sun and Venus, Mercury, and Uranus. So it's what we call a stellium in the earth sign, which actually makes the moon standing on her own opposite in Scorpio all the more powerful. Okay, so you must be feeling this, and I'm calling on Horus, the great angel of the tarot. Please provide some guidance for our Cancer friends. So Cancer, what is this full moon bringing up for you in your physical body here on Earth? What is this full moon bringing up for you in your physical form here on Earth? How is it going? Time to check in and see how you're really doing. All right, so, okay. All right, so we have 9 of swords in reverse, shadow 9 of swords. Okay, so swords are air element and also represent thoughts, intellect. So if you look at the picture, it's somebody who's being kept awake at night by lots of thoughts, maybe negative thoughts, worries, doubts, fears. Okay, but this is in reverse, which indicates that you're kind of turning things around. So you may have been going through a period of extended anxiety, actually, that was keeping you up at night. You may have been having trouble sleeping, and this full moon may well be a turning point for you. While you may have, it may have reached a pinnacle where it became unbearable with some of these very strong energies that we're all experiencing at the moment. I feel like this is a sign that you are on the mend, but it might take you some time. You might be feeling quite tired and in need of catching up on your rest. So let's see what your soul's quest for Cancer, this full moon. What is the soul craving? Okay, so we have the Hangman. Okay, so this is interesting. This has been coming up for me as well in my personal readings, this full moon. The Hangman is the major arcana. Okay, so it means it's a really big theme for you. And the Hangman is all about, you see, it's a man hanging upside down. It's about letting go. Okay, it's about being able to liberate yourself from any kind of limiting beliefs, any kind of challenges that might be causing obstacles in your path. I'm getting that perhaps, well, we'll see what the bridge is, but I'm already getting that perhaps the only thing that's holding you back are your thoughts, your limiting beliefs. So your soul is calling out to you to say, give yourself a break, let it go. You've got this, okay? You have the power to turn things around. So let's see what the how the two become one and how you bridge the gap. Okay, so we have Four of Pentacles. Okay, really interesting with all of this Taurus energy. So Taurus is an earth element, and we have so much going on in Taurus, as I mentioned previously. Cancer, you're being called to reconnect with your own inner worth here. Okay, to realize your potential. So we got Four of Pentacles. This is about also not holding on too tightly. So perhaps this is what the Hangman is also about, and all these worries. Perhaps you've been worrying about your finances a little bit too much, Cancer, and maybe it's time for you to allow a little bit more confidence in yourself so that you can allow the money to start flowing in and out more freely without holding on too tightly. Remember, this Scorpio moon is a very strong water element like you, Cancer. And while we don't see any water element in your reading, I'm reminded that, you know, you may have been overthinking things, but getting too grounded in material representation of what success is. And what you need to do is really let all of that go. Your soul is craving for you to say, I'm ready to embrace my fluidity and go with the flow and trust a little bit more in what the universe has in store for me. So I'm reading a card from Don Miguel Luis's Four Agreements. This is from my really beautiful cousin, Carrie Ann Tahani. And if you're not familiar with the Four Agreements, that's a really beautiful philosophy book. Four basic agreements that we can make with ourselves to make living here on earth a little bit more tolerable. So what is the message? Each of these cards is based on one of the four agreements, and I'm just calling in extra guidance now, clarification and intention and affirmation perhaps for Cancer for this full moon, super full moon in Scorpio. Okay, so here we have communicate with clarity. Okay, so this is all about not making assumptions. So one of the four agreements is don't make assumptions. Communicate with others, Cancer, as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings and sadness or drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the words, all of our relationships would change. There would be no more wars, no more violence, and no more misunderstandings. Okay, well, that's quite an important message. So perhaps, Cancer, have you been embroiled in some situations where there's been a distancing between you and the other person? Maybe you're finding it challenging to speak your truth for fear of harming another, but don't assume don't make assumptions. It's all about not assuming that the other person feels how you think they're going to feel. You can never second guess someone else's feelings. So I'm being guided to tell you that have courage and faith in yourself, and when you speak your truth, have faith in the other person that they'll be strong enough to take your truth. Okay, so that's your message for this full moon, Cancer. I hope it helps, and I'm wishing you all the best for this full moon. And we're going to now move on to Leo. Okay, Leo, beautiful Leo, sun, ruled by the sun. So we're moving on from Cancer to Leo, ruled by the sun. The sun is currently in Taurus, illuminating this moon in its opposite sign in Scorpio. So Leo, what does this full moon bring up for you? What is this lunation bringing into focus for your physical existence here on Earth? Oh, wow. Here we go. The moon has just come out for you. Okay, moon time. So you're really feeling this moon, Leo. And you may well be... because it's interesting how on this, there is actually a picture of the Scorpio on here. We have a wild dog and a domesticated dog here. And this is sort of speaking to the two sides of the moon as well. So the different phases of the moon. But obviously we know that this is our... we are in the peak in the full moon. And... moon is, so your reality right now, Leo, is you're very much feeling your dream state. You may even be living in a bit of a dream world. Maybe you're a little bit out of touch from reality. Maybe the shadow aspects of the moon can bring up, perhaps this Scorpio moon might be really, really enhancing your awareness of any illusions around you, any deception. Your intuition is off the charts for this full moon, Leo. So follow your instincts. So what is your soul calling for with this full moon? What is the soul calling for? Okay, your soul is calling for a little break from all of the battles. Okay, 5 of Swords. So you may have been through quite a lot recently, Leo. I mean, many of us have, right? But Swords is air element, and this is all about your thoughts again, as many of the other readings have been today. So your thoughts may have been causing conflict with others, but see how everybody's sort of walking away now. So you seem to have prevailed. Others are giving up. So now it's time for you as well to put down your sword. This can also, sometimes it's not about any sort of relationships with others. It could be just about internal battles within the mind as well, your thought processes and things like that. So your soul there's a strong calling here, and when I see it in relation to the moon, without reading your bridge card yet, I'm already getting that it's about clarity of thoughts. So the moon will hopefully start to lift your perspective a little bit so that you can see things more clearly, and perhaps not take things so personally. Maybe being able to overcome your anxieties and fears and see the truth of your situation that you find yourself in at this time. Okay, so the soul is definitely feeling like it's been quite challenging to get through to you, Leo, over the last lunar cycle. So let's see how you can bridge between your mortal experience, which is very dreamy right now, and the soul who's feeling a little bit exhausted. Okay, so let's see that bridge. Okay, so we have Two of Swords in reverse, which is interesting. Because the Two of Swords, if you look at it upright, it's all about protecting our hearts. And you see you've got that moon, that crescent moon there. So perhaps, Leo, you may have been, this lunar cycle, you may have been really working to protect yourself from negative thoughts, either from yourself within or without. Perhaps there's some kind of shift happening with you. And maybe, so we find the Two of Swords in reverse. And this indicates that perhaps there's a sense of you're ready now to release and let go, maybe open your eyes. Again, this the swords is air element. Two of Swords very much reminds me of Gemini and reminds me of the soul purpose, our collective soul purpose. So Gemini is currently in the north node of the moon, which is our collective soul purpose. So I'm wondering if perhaps this is again your soul calling out, saying that you have a little bit of work to do to identify that soul purpose of yours. Maybe you need to start journaling your dreams. Maybe your dreams, the message here may be that these dreams that you're having, very visual dreams at the moment, might be the key to help you to liberate your soul from this sense of being under siege. And you may be able to turn things around and open up your heart. And this moon is definitely calling you to let go again, put down the swords, open up your heart, and see things more clearly, address yourself more clearly, notice, practice mindfulness. This might be a good time for you. Well, it's always a good time to practice some meditation so that you can really start to identify the thoughts that serve you and the ones that don't. Okay, so Leo, this is you're probably waiting for that summertime sunshine to really shine your light. So, but you know, this is a really good time to just do any sort of full moon journaling intentions, revisiting the intentions that you set at the beginning of the lunar cycle as well, Leo, and then checking to see if you're on track, and then, you know, really harnessing your intuition here and really listening when you identify thoughts that don't serve you, really using a mantra or something to replace the thoughts with something positive. Okay, so I'm going to pull you a card from Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements, and this is just your full moon message. Okay, so what's this saying? Take action on your ideas. Okay, so this is all about always doing your best. Okay, Leo, and which you do. I know you're really hardworking, Leo, and always really leading the pack. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Okay. So this is the first like super moon of 2021, and we've been talking a lot about manifestation this year since the beginning of the age of Aquarius. Okay, so and also at the beginning of the astrological year in Aries season, you may have found that you had lots of ideas. Maybe that's what this Five of Swords is all about. So many ideas that it became overwhelming, and now you sort of may have been throwing in the towel with a few things. But what we're being guided to think about here, Leo, is how can you tune in and really refine your ideas and find that one that really comes from the heart. And so you can open up that heart of yours and start leading from the heart, because that is your true nature, Leo. You are one of the brightest, most courageous signs in the zodiac. So this moon may be calling you quite strongly to start taking action on your heart wishes. Okay, so that's your message for this full moon, dear Leo. Wishing you all the best. I hope it helps. And we're going to move on now to Virgo. And I hope that you're enjoying this. If you are watching it after the full moon, it doesn't really matter. I find that whenever I'm guided to a YouTube tarot video, it's the right time. And I also, I tend to watch the video. I watch the reading for myself, and then I watch it for my sun sign, my moon sign, and my rising. Okay, so all of these you can choose which one resonates best for you. I tend to, because I'm a Scorpio moon, I'm listening to all the Scorpio moon readings right now. But a lot of the time when I'm listening to monthly horoscopes, I tend to tune into my rising sign. So if you don't know what your birth chart is, then drop me a message and I'll help you look it up. Okay, so we're now moving on to Virgo. Virgo, my lovely friends, how is this full moon helping you to see things more clearly? What are the messages for you, dear Virgo? We've had quite a lot of healing energy. I always associate Virgo with healing. So we had a lovely Virgo full moon earlier in the year. So Virgo, what's this Scorpio full moon got in store for you? What's your mortal experience here on Earth here to tell you? Just gonna shuffle a little bit more. Very nice. So I, Hart, daughter of the mighty ones, call on Horus, the great angel of the tarot. Please help me provide some guidance to my Virgo friends here on planet Earth. What does this Scorpio full moon have in store for my Virgo friends? Oh, okay. That card just wants to come out. Okay. All right. Knight of Swords. All right. This is a beautiful, very fast moving energy here, Virgo. So right now you must be feeling the wind in your sails, literally. So this is your mortal experience here on Earth now. This is an air sign, Knight of Swords. You can see the momentum, the speed at which he's traveling, and the sense of purpose. And swords are all about intellect and thought. So your mind might be charging ahead with some really exciting new projects right now, Virgo. I'm feeling like you're feeling really inspired by this full moon. It's really illuminating and energizing you to find ways to express your thoughts and feelings, but mainly thoughts through your through a lot of movement forward momentum here. So that's interesting. All right, so let's see what the soul is craving right now for this full moon. What is the soul's purpose that's shining a light on this full moon? Okay, so this has come up again. Interesting. Okay, so 9 of Swords. All right, so your soul is feeling as though you're still not quite getting enough sleep, dear Virgo. You're overthinking things and you're worrying too much. Perhaps you're overanalyzing situations and it's creating anxiety for you. So that's interesting that the ego, you could also call this like the ego, the mortal self, the physical iteration of your soul on this earth at this time, is feeling pretty strong and courageous and flying ahead, but your soul is still maybe not quite at ease with that forward momentum, and is perhaps it's causing you distress, Virgo. So let's see. I'm hoping that you're okay and sending you lots of love, and I'm gonna just pull a third card now to see how we can bring these more into alignment. Okay, how beautiful. As I say the word alignment, we pull the Justice card. Okay, and I can just see that my cards are not in focus, so apologies, guys. I might have to... What's going on here? It was in focus before. Okay. Good. All right. So Justice is the major arcana. So Justice is, you see the scales of Libra, Queen of Swords. Just bear with me 1 second while I fix this camera. Sorry, guys. I'm still new at this, so I don't know why that's not working suddenly. Let's see. Is that better? And... I know, still learning, you guys. Let's see if that's any better. Okay. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's still a little... Okay, yeah, you can see that better. It's a bit... We got to figure out our camera situation here. But anyway, Justice. So thanks for hanging in there, Virgo. But yeah, so you are... It's interesting. So it looks like on planet Earth, your ego and your mortal self is feeling pretty gung-ho about things, but your soul is maybe waking you up in the middle of the night and you're not quite sure why. Maybe there's some deep-rooted anxiety and worries there. Maybe the soul isn't feeling heard. Justice is the bridge between the soul and the ego. And Libra, this could be literally, if you do have anyone Libra in your life, maybe reaching out to them to help you find a bit more balance, because you are sort of pushing and pulling here a little bit. And maybe the full moon may be making that quite a strong sense in your entire being. So the Justice card for me right now is calling you back to your center. What can you do physically, emotionally, spiritually to come back to the middle? I think, yeah, what I'm getting here is also there may actually be some legal battles going on as well in your life. And if that's the case, just knowing that you do have the courage to get through this, and that perhaps you're overthinking it. So the soul might be saying to you, you know what, justice is on your side. So let go of worrying. Worry is misplaced imagination, and allow yourself, just go with your instincts here. You know what's right. You have a strong sense of justice. Okay. And this full moon may also be illuminating areas in your life where you feel things may be a bit out of balance. So just notice if there's anything that you need to address. So I'm going to call on the 4 agreements Don Miguel Ruiz cards. Oh, okay. I might just redo that actually. Sorry. Hang on a sec. Call on these cards for a message for dear Virgo for this full moon, super full moon in Scorpio. Okay, surrender and let go of the past. Always do your best. Okay, so your message for this full moon, dear Virgo, is whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. Okay, so that's a lovely message. And look at those 2 lovebirds on there. So perhaps you're worrying, Virgo. Is that possible? Can you let go of the past? Perhaps there's some remnants of old injustices that you need to just let go of. Use this full moon for a nice full moon ritual to do some releasing of any traumas or difficult scenarios that may have involved legal situations for you in the past. It's not worth holding on to. Just let it go. Or if you're worrying about any legal situations pending, just know that you are you just need to do your best. The message is always do your best and let go, Virgo, of trying to be perfect. We know that you do like to strive for perfection, okay, dear Virgo. So maybe it's time to allow yourself to enjoy and lighten up a little bit, yeah? Okay, so moving on now, we're going to Libra. Libra, what's going on, Libra, for this full moon? What's this full moon bringing into your awareness in your physical form here on Earth? Physical manifestation of Librans. I'm going to shuffle as much as I can, you guys. So, and that's a little bit precarious there, isn't it? So let's put that over there. Good. We're getting there. We're figuring out how this all works, guys. So bear with us. It's going to get bigger and better, just like my Zoom yoga did. It took me a while to figure it all out. But we got the angels here on our side. So Libra, what is this full super moon in Scorpio got in store for you? What are you being asked to look at in your physical life here on Earth? What's happening, Libra? Okay, that should do it. So just cut cards. And I'm feeling like taking this one. Okay. Oh, okay. Libra. 4 of Swords in reverse, Libra. Okay. 4 of Swords is, it's actually about taking time out, retreating, not literally dying and going into a coffin like this picture suggests, but actually, yeah, taking a bit of a break. You see, you're managing to let go of one. Again, swords are your air sign, Libra. And it's all about intellect and truth. There may be some truths here because it's in reverse. Shadow Four of Swords. It's possible that there's some truths being illuminated by this full moon. Okay, that's what I'm getting. I know that might not be the traditional interpretation of this card, but I'm feeling like there's a hidden truth here, some kind of secrecy that's waiting to be let out. Okay, so that's your physical experience at the moment. Shadow, Four of Swords. Let's see what the soul is calling you to consider. Okay. Oh, wow, Libra. Things are pretty interesting. Lots of air signs, lots of thoughts, lots of anxiety, perhaps. Now we have, Eight of Swords in shadow, reverse again. So if you look at it in upright, we call the character in the cards is always the Fool, whether male or female. The Fool is the first major arcana. Let me just get a sip of water. The Fool is the first in the major arcana cards, and it indicates the beginning of the journey. Okay, so all the tarot readings are all about our spiritual journey. So Eight of Swords, you see a woman bound and blindfolded, surrounded by swords, but actually if she can liberate herself from this, she's not under attack. All right, so again, a lot of it's coming back to now it's in reverse. This is saying to me that there's a sense of, again, realization happening, that the soul is starting to get through, hopefully, and whereas the Nine of Swords you saw is keeping people up all night, this Eight of Swords in reverse for me is about you now waking up. You're starting to wake up to your ability to liberate yourself from complicated, fearful situations that are dominated by over-analysis, too much thought. Okay, so the soul is saying, please, don't overthink things. Set yourself free. So let's see what the bridge card is to how to bring these two parts of yourself into harmony. Okay, so we have Six of Wands in reverse. So when we have all three cards in reverse, we can look at them both ways. But I'm going to just show you the Six of Wands is actually a triumphant card. Wands is fire element, and you see it's like a procession, a celebration. There's a wreath, and this the Fool is looking pretty triumphant there on his horse. So this tends to be about success, victory within your passion. So fire element is all about what makes a fire in your belly, what gets you out of bed in the morning. Okay, so in the shadow side of this, you know, maybe there's a sense that this full moon, Libra, is highlighting that sometimes when if you're so focused on success, you kind of miss the journey. That's what I'm getting. I know that seems quite a random interpretation, but that's the message coming through. Maybe it's time to get off your high horse, dear Libra, and take the pressure off yourself, okay, as well. Maybe all these worries are unnecessary. Maybe there's a sense of overachieving or striving too hard to unveil secrets that aren't actually there. Maybe they're all in your imagination. So again, these messages are coming through quite clearly, but they may resonate with you. I hope they do. If it doesn't resonate with you, check your moon or your rising as well. Okay, but dear Libra, it feels as though, you know, also Six of Wands is just one up from Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be like too scattered, like your attention is going in too many different directions. So maybe I'm hearing that the Six of Wands is kind of the halfway point between the upright Five of Wands and the upright Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is when you've mastered all juggling all of your passions, and you've ended up victorious. So it feels like this is a time of exploration, dear Libra, exploring what your passions are, what's getting you out of bed in the morning. So what kind of things do you want to focus on? Okay, and how can you tune into those and at the same time let go of any fears or limiting beliefs that might be holding you back? So that's the message coming through for you with this full moon, dear Libra. And I'm going to give you a message from Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements. So these are just lovely affirmations. Oh, that just fell out, so we'll go with that. All right, so I'm going to put these cards down over here and I'll read this to you. So don't overdo, Libra. What were we just saying? Okay, always do your best. Don't overdo. I love it, Libra. That's exactly what I was thinking about you. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. Wow. Well, as a Libra sun, that really resonates with me right now. So there you go, Libra. If you want to take a screenshot, you can, anyone watching this, go ahead and take a screenshot, and you can always look up your reading. But this is a really great message for you, dear Libra. I think this moon is giving you permission to maybe enjoy a little time out. Okay, and get together with your friends. Okay, I know it's so important. We're all spending a bit too much time on our own in our heads. It's quite interesting. We've got these two little birds in her hair here, and I'm thinking that's those little birds are wanting to break free, just like this bound woman over here. The soul wants to fly free, dear Libra. So maybe look into making some fun plans, maybe even a holiday to get away and liberate yourself from overachieving. Okay, Libra. All right, that's your message for this Scorpio full moon. I hope that resonates with you, and I wish you all the best, dear Libra. Okay, so now we're going on to Scorpio. We're just rocking and rolling here. That's good, because earlier on I managed to only do 3 in about half an hour, and I think I've managed to do a bit more. So I'm getting there. I'm learning, you guys. So I hope you're enjoying it and it's all resonating with you. So now we're coming to the mothership. Okay, Scorpio. What's this Scorpio full supermoon bringing to light for our Scorpios? So whether it's your Scorpio moon, sun, or rising. All right, let's see what the message is coming through for you, dear Scorpio. Fellow Scorpio moons, I salute you. I wonder if you're feeling as activated as I am right now. It's really interesting. I was feeling very drained in the days running up to this moon, and now the energy is starting to really flow. And that's what the water element of the Scorpio is all about. It's about letting go of needing to be right, and also letting go. You may be Scorpio, without calling any cards yet, I'm already feeling that Scorpios may be feeling a bit challenged with control issues around this moon, controlling those around us, waking up to the ways in which we try and control others, and maybe realizing that that is not what we're here to do. So what's your mortal experience here on Earth during this super full moon, Scorpio? All right, Ace of Swords. I love it. Okay, interesting, because we were just talking about new truth. So the swords are air element, and thoughts, words, truth. I always like to associate the swords with Archangel Michael, who has the ability, I call on him to cut through cords that no longer serve and protect and shield our highest good. So Scorpios, we may be feeling like we're definitely waking up to new truths in this full moon. This is a new beginning for us, finding ways to share our truth. And there's a sense of victory. If you can see, it's like a definitely a victorious new beginning for us Scorpios. Well done. I'm feeling that. I don't know if that's resonating with you out there. All right, so now let's look at what the soul is calling for us Scorpios. Okay, let's see what they're asking. Wow, Scorpio, the world. Okay, my major arcana. Okay, the world. This is what we've been talking about, Scorpio, about wanting to get out there and travel and see the world again. Okay, Scorpios, it's all about transformation. Okay, about death and rebirth. In fact, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is actually going retrograde in a couple of days, or maybe even tomorrow. So Pluto is in Capricorn, which is the last time Pluto was in Capricorn was the decline of the Roman Empire. So this is big transformation for us. We're being called, Scorpio, during this full moon to really harness our powers of intuition and to rise up and take the lead. Okay, take the lead on a global level. So whatever you're working on right now, Scorpio, perhaps it has really, really important ramifications for this new earth that is emerging. Okay, so the soul is really calling us Scorpios to think big, okay, with this new beginning, with this new truth, not to hold back. To the world is our oyster. Okay, Scorpio. So how do we bridge between this new paradigm, this new truth, this new realization that we're awakening to? How do we bridge that to the world? Oh my goodness, dear Scorpio, this is your card. Okay, no joke. All right, this is the death card. Okay, but this is your card, dear Scorpio. This is our card. So this is really exciting. Death is happening right now, dear Scorpio, but with the endings, there's always a new beginning. All right. So using this full moon, the light of this full moon, to really look into the shadows, not to be afraid of the new truth that's emerging about yourself. Okay. You're getting to know yourself, and perhaps even your loved ones, your nearest and dearest, are also getting to know you a bit better too, because you're opening up and revealing a bit more of your true self, your true nature. Wow, I'm quite blown away by that, you guys. As a Scorpio moon, I love the fact that we've shown up in our reading tonight. So this is just very exciting affirmation that the cards are really speaking the truth to us this evening. And I am now going to pull a card. I feel like that pretty much says it all there. I'm going to pull a card. That is such beautiful reading, Scorpio. Wow. Okay, so what's our message, Scorpios, for this full supermoon in our sign? What's the message coming through from Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements? So, oh, hello. Okay. All right. Release self-judgment. Don't take anything personally, Scorpio. Oh my goodness. If there's any sign that does that, it's us, right? We always take things personally. Wow. Release self-judgment. I've definitely been experiencing this over the last few days. I don't know about you. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. Interesting. Release self-judgment. So this could be the death and rebirth that you're going through right now, Scorpio. Maybe you're liberating yourself from some pretty long-standing limiting beliefs. And this Ace of Swords is allowing you to cut the cords and release those limiting beliefs so that you can take on the world. Your soul is calling you to take on the world at this full moon, dear Scorpio. Wow, we're really plowing through these, and I'm loving the messages. We're really getting into the rhythm here. So I'm going to keep on going. I was only going to go up until Scorpio, but now that I've had the cards speaking to me so clearly, I'm just going to keep on going. So whoever's watching, lucky you. And if you're watching the recording, it's probably going to be easier to just watch everything in this one video. So Scorpio, wow. Taking on the world. Just enjoy yourselves, okay? Take your time. The world will wait. That message is coming through too. And don't take things so personally, Scorpio. I love it. I'm taking that to heart. So that's it. I release self-judgment. That could be our affirmation for this full moon. And make sure, if you haven't done already, make sure that you get your crystals out tonight, because it's a super, super full moon and it's peaking at 4:31 a.m. So we got time. Okay, we got time. Oh. All right, so moving on, Scorpios, thank you. Hoping you have a lovely, lovely full moon. I already know that you are now that it's peaking. It's been a bit rough in the run-up, I know. Moving on now to Sagittarius. Sag, how are you feeling with this full moon in Scorpio? What's going on with your physical body? What's going on with your physical, emotional, spiritual experience of the entity that you are as you walk this earth, this newly emerging earth? So Sag, just so you know, just to be reminded if you know already, you are currently in the south node of the moon, which is our collective karma that we're all looking to release. So when we come to the full moon, it's likely that, Sag, you might be feeling some of that, the vibrations of releasing. Okay, we've already been... full moons are a really good time to you become more aware of the shadows and the karmic, the collective karma that we're trying to release, Sag, through this moon. Okay, there's your mortal experience. So I'm going to turn it around. I really wanted to turn it around that way, actually, so I'm going to do that. I know. I just got to follow my instincts. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Sag. Two of Pentacles. I love this card, being a Libra sun. And interestingly, we haven't had much earth element in these readings. And this Scorpio moon is being illuminated by the Taurus sun. And as I did mention earlier in the readings, we have a whole stellium that's an alignment of multiple planets. And all in Taurus. So we have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Uranus, all in alignment. Now, you're feeling like, you know, you're being asked to balance quite a lot here, Sag, okay, Sagittarius friends. It may feel a bit like a juggling act at the moment, but you know, you've got this, okay? There's the sense of equanimity, infinity. So I'm feeling like, Sag, as long as you're feeling balanced and no excesses in your life right now, this full moon is going to feel nice and relax. You see you're riding the waves there, the boats in the background. So Scorpio is the water element. So there's a lot of emotional upheaval up and down on the waves, but you're able to ride that out by keeping your feet firmly on the ground. Okay. All right. Let's see what your soul is craving for this full moon. What's the soul quest that is really calling through the moon to you? Okay. So we have 3 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. I promise I shuffled. You saw that I was shuffling. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. The soul, 3 of Pentacles is, it's about putting people up on a pedestal. Okay. You see how these people are looking up to this other person. There's a sense that your soul wants you to start looking at yourself in the same way that you look outwards. This is what I'm getting here, dear Sagittarius. You know, it's interesting that we've got the 2 of Pentacles in your physical form, and then your soul is taking things up a notch to the 3rd level. Okay, so an alternative perspective or an alternative way of being in the world. Yeah, we're definitely the soul is definitely asking for you to lift yourself up, right? Raise yourself up, raise your game in the material world, in the 3rd dimension. Okay. So let's see what the bridge is for these 2 ways of being right now in your entity. So what's the bridge? How do 2 become 1? Ace of Wands. Look at that. And that's you, Sagittarius. You are fire element, and you are having a new beginning. A new beginning here, dear Sagittarius. New passions, new creativity, new sparks are flying. Okay. So that's interesting. So maybe you're like at the moment doing this balancing act, and you've managed to really master it. Okay, dear Sag. But your soul is wanting you to look up and raise your game. And so any new exciting projects that you've had some ideas about, but you've been thinking maybe it'll destabilize your situation, have faith, have courage in yourself, Sag. This full moon is saying you've got this. Use the energy of this full moon to I'm going to say it, like, to release any karmic lessons that you may have been feeling that you have been keeping you in this kind of eternal balancing act. See if you can liberate yourself, and you can take a step up onto that pedestal, okay, and be the one to share your truth, Sag. That's your ultimate. The theme of your sign is truth, okay, and adventure. So this full moon is definitely calling you to take things up a notch, Sag. So if you're not feeling ready for it, don't worry. There's plenty of time. I'm going to pull another card from Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements, just to see what your message is to help you on this quest that your soul is asking of you to. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I'll learn how to do this without having to quit. So there we go. That's, hopefully you can see that. So be impeccable with your word. Okay. Seek to know the truth. What was I just saying? I promise you, I didn't pick that on purpose. I'm on a roll here. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement, and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free, Sag. This is what you're looking for right now, okay? You're looking for freedom. Look at these beautiful birds flying high, and this book of love here. So finding your truth. I was thinking a little bit as well about the spiritual side of the Three of Pentacles here, because it does look like people in a space of worship. Okay. Also lots of symbolism around the number 3, the mind, body, spirit. Ace of Wands can also be about a new beginning in a spiritual perspective, living more with more fire in your heart, and to be impeccable with your word. Okay, so this really starts with yourself. So yeah, you're being asked to be the one on the pedestal, sharing your truth, dear Sagittarius. This is your time, if you're ready. That is, if you're ready. And I'm definitely going to work on my lighting, you guys, so thanks for bearing with me. Okay, that's your message for the Scorpio super full moon, Sagittarius. I wish you all the best. It's very exciting times. Okay, so I'm just going to get a sip of water. I'm actually drinking love tea with a drop of Zengest from doTERRA, which is helping me digest my yummy dinner. All right, so let's go on now, guys. Let's move on to Capricorn. Wow, we're plowing through this, Capricorns. How are you doing? Are you feeling this Pluto retrograde looming? And how is that affecting your Scorpio full moon? Has it been intense? I'm a Capricorn rising, so I've been feeling it, and my partner is a Capricorn moon. So yeah, we've been feeling it a little bit, I'd say, but it's all good. So, all right, Capricorn, I, Lou Hart, daughter of the mighty ones, call on Horus, the great angel of the tarot. Help me to deliver a message to Capricorns of what this full moon is bringing to light about their life here on Earth in this physical body. I'm really going to shuffle here, guys, so you know I'm definitely shuffling a lot. Yeah, Capricorns like order, they like structure. Okay. Sometimes you do need to let it go though, Capricorns. Just saying, my earthy elements climbing up that hill. All right. Okay, what does this full moon have? Oh, here we go. We've got 2 cards falling out. I'm going to go with it, you guys. Sometimes I don't, but let's see. So we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. So physically, the Hierophant fell out first as what's going on for you right now, Capricorn. So you are really feeling this fixed earth element. The Hierophant is a spiritual teacher, okay? So Capricorn, you could be going through some kind of spiritual awakening right now. You could be waking up to your own divinity, starting to realize that you can be your own spirit guide, or you have your own inner teacher. You don't need to look outside of yourself. Or similarly, you may have, they say that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So I am getting that some of you may have discovered a teacher that is really helping you right now and guiding you through this transitional time, because it's this Scorpio full moon is so perfectly timed for the transformation that we're all going through right now, okay, collectively. And you, Capricorn, with your Pluto going retrograde, you are at the forefront of that transformation, okay, and it's all happening within you. All right, so the soul card fell out as well. And again, we got the Hangman. So release, let go. The soul is saying, let go of all that those old paradigms that were holding you back. Oh, I'm so sorry. And that was our Archangel Uriel that I knocked over there. Bless you, Archangel Uriel, Archangel of the North and the Earth element. Interesting that she wanted to talk to us about this reading by being knocked over. I love you, my dear Uriel. Thank you for helping us manifest our dreams here on Earth. So let's see, Capricorn, with this full moon in Scorpio, how are you going to, what is the bridge to let your soul and your mortal experience become more in alignment? Wow. Okay. So we have Queen of Pentacles. So I always associate Queen of Pentacles with Taurus. How interesting. And this is in reverse, shadow Queen of Pentacles. So I know Queen of Pentacles technically is probably more associated with Capricorn or Virgo as well, actually. So, but I'm also really interested in this correlation between Archangel Uriel, who is the goddess of Earth element in the north, with the golden pentacle, the ruby red light. And I feel like she's calling out to you right now and saying, you need my help. Call to me. But it's the shadow side of the Queen of Pentacles. So Pentacles is all about material wealth, material existence, the body. So I'm getting that perhaps the shadow side, there may be some aspects of your physical existence right now that is preventing you from really feeling into your own inner teacher. The soul is saying you need to let go of some of your preoccupations with material success and being a queen on your throne, and have the courage to turn things upside down. And you will be so surprised at what you can achieve. Okay, Capricorn. That is your message. These are your messages for this Scorpio full supermoon. I'm going to read you a card. I'm going to pull a card from Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements. And this should be help to kind of tie this whole reading together. It's a nice, simple reading. So what is the Scorpio full moon message for our beloved Capricorns at the moment? What's the message coming through, please? Okay, interesting. Okay, we got this earlier today for one of the other guys. Be impeccable with your word. Create a beautiful dream. All right. Your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. Impeccability of the word only creates beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Oh, I love that. Be impeccable with your word. Create a beautiful dream. Now, hopefully you can see that the light is, yeah, there you go. Well, this is what's, I'm interested in this actually, because we're talking about manifesting dreams here on earth with Archangel Uriel, giving thanks to her. And this is, she also fell over, and then we get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which the Queen has manifested everything that she needs. You see, she's not holding on too tightly. She's just very appreciative and full of gratitude for her wealth and her stature on earth. So with the soul calling you to let go with the Hangman, and to tune in more to your inner teacher, and with this card saying create a beautiful dream, I'm really feeling like this full moon has the potential to help you to formulate a new way of existing on earth, that is more attuned to your to your spiritual guides. So it's time for you to create a sacred space at home if you haven't done already, and really learn how to meditate. So if you need help learning to meditate, I have some videos on my YouTube channel if you want to look at those, or get in touch. And I will be offering some courses coming soon. Of course, you can also try Insight Timer. There's plenty of teachers out there. But it's really a time for you to tune into your for your own inner teachers. One of my biggest philosophies, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, I bow to the teacher within. And when you do that, when you're able to do that, Capricorns, you will find that you will manifest the most beautiful of dreams. Okay, so that, dear Capricorn, is your Scorpio full supermoon reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it resonates. And I wish you all the best. All right, so we are moving through this really swiftly, you guys. Almost there. Oop. So thank you for staying if you've been watching all of them. And if you have just skipped to the timestamp, we are now starting Aquarius. Aquarius, my friends, what does this super full moon in Scorpio have in store for you? Have you been feeling into it already? I bet you have, you enlightened ones. We are now in the age of Aquarius, and we are getting closer and closer. And with Pluto going retrograde, in Capricorn, we're getting there. As soon as Pluto's traveling through Capricorn, as soon as he gets into Aquarius, it's full-on age of Aquarius, you guys. So those Aquarians out there who are already feeling activated, let's see what transformational forces are at play around this super full moon in Scorpio for you, dear Aquarius. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 3-card spread. The first card is your mortal experience here on Earth. And second card is your soul's quest. Third card is how to marry the two, how to let the two become one. Yoga, union, which means yoking of the self to the self. Okay. All right, so here we go, Aquarius. We are going full speed ahead now. I'm going to cut the cards and we will see what the guides have in store for you with this full moon in Scorpio. What is going on in your body here on Earth? Okay, all right, Aquarius. Temperance in reverse, shadow temperance. This came out earlier in quite a few readings this week, actually. Temperance is all about moderation, okay? Temperance in reverse, it's interesting, Aquarius. It may be that you've been too temperate. It may be that your body is craving a little bit of wild exploration of this new earth that's emerging. You know, temperance is connected with how we take care of ourselves, our bodies, but also our spirit. And you see the angel here is playing with water, and there's the sense of the yin and the yang flowing in and out. So it's possible that you're not quite feeling that flow at the moment, Aquarius, and that something, you either need to go crazy and break out, or you need to do you need to kind of find a new rhythm. That's what's coming through for me right now. Okay, so what's your soul craving? What's your soul quest at this time with this full moon? Okay. All right. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Six of Swords is all about walking away or riding your boat away, which is interesting. We're talking about water element of the Scorpio moon. But sorry, water is just on the card, but the sword element is air element, which is your sign, air, Aquarius. So Six of Swords is all about taking those first steps of a journey to let go of the past, let go of any kind of thoughts or belief systems that may be no longer serving you. Okay, Aquarius. Now, in reverse, it's possible that you're finding it hard. The soul is calling you maybe to do this, but you're finding it hard to move on. The soul may be feeling a little bit caught in limbo here. And with the two cards in reverse, we could probably look at them in both upright and shadow. But let's stay with the shadows for now, because this full moon in Scorpio is all about illuminating the shadows, believe me, okay? So what we're going to do now is look at how we're going to bridge these two. How is the soul going to feel more at ease? Okay, Seven of Pentacles. I think that's seven. Seven. I am wearing glasses, but you know how it goes when it gets late in the evening. So, and I should know this card. Seven of Pentacles is all about contemplation. You look at, it's about the material world. This will be the Taurus element, Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, right now, Saturn is in Aquarius. I'm getting that it's really time for you guys to, Aquarius, to give yourself time to contemplate all of your material achievements. Okay, you've done really well. You've been at the forefront, many of you, of a new beginning here on earth, and it may be time. You may have been working a little bit too hard, or you may have been feeling a real sense of urgency to make physical changes in your life. Obviously, wanting to break out perhaps of the constructs that we find ourselves in. So what I'm getting here for you, Aquarius, is that there's going to be a period for you for bringing yourself back into balance, feeling your inner harmony, your strength, so that you can prepare to take flight. Okay, so right now you're not ready to take spread those wings yet, Aquarius. Okay, but you will be. And this is what the air element, the swords, even though it's a boat moving away, you're definitely preparing for a new journey, but there's a period at the moment of contemplation required. And so go easy on yourself. The message is for this full moon for you, Aquarius, is no rush. Just take your time. The world will wait. This seems to be a message that keeps coming through this evening, and it always is anyway for me. So I'm going to give you a card from Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements. And this has been really quite successful this evening, this deck at, that one's coming out. Okay. At helping us to kind of solidify the message or bring it all together. So what have we got here? Don't make assumptions, eliminate gossip. Oh, okay. Making assumptions is a setup for suffering, because usually we gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we are right. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. Okay, so this is an interesting, quite specific message for you coming through, Aquarius. Maybe you've been a bit too chatty lately. Maybe it could be your mind chatter though too. A lot of these 4 agreements starts with how we address ourselves. Okay, are we worrying too much about what other people think? Perhaps that's what this soul message is all about, because the 6 of Swords is about thoughts and inner dialogue and moving on, leaving old outdated beliefs and maybe even self-judgments you might be needing to eliminate. But there could be, specifically, maybe you could have been involved in some gossip, unnecessary, and perhaps you felt quite activated in Aries season, and now starting to feel like, oh, it might be time to regroup and check in on the physical effects of my actions, the repercussions. So there's definitely been a period of maybe even talking too much. The Temperance card in reverse is maybe saying with this as well, yeah, you may have been opening up too much. Not to say, I don't like to use that phrase too much, but maybe for your own good, it might be time to just remember, on a more positive note, that not to make assumptions that others are judging you. This is also this is a sense of an angel standing, in judgment over us, perhaps. And that's not the case. You're not being judged. If the gossip is something that has been a result of just wanting to reconnect with people, then just pay attention to that, because we've all been in prolonged periods of isolation. So, we as humans, we want to be connected. So there's other ways of connecting with people. If you are a creative storyteller, Aquarius, maybe that's something to consider, how to turn that storytelling ability that you have into something that can help generate some actual material wealth for you as well. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so perhaps you're a natural born storyteller, Aquarius, and this full moon, this super full moon in Scorpio, might be helping you to awaken to this. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you, my beloved Aquarius. I'm wishing you all the best for this full super moon in Scorpio. All right, so we are getting through to Pisces. Just having a sip on my tea. Pisces, welcome to your Scorpio super full moon. Or full super moon. I've been interchanging the words all evening, so don't worry. So Pisces, your fellow water sign. You're the mutable one, though. So what is your fixed water sign, Scorpio moon, bringing up for you in your mortal experience here on Earth? What are the lessons that you are being asked to become more aware of? Or what are the signs, maybe in the physical, emotional, or spiritual experience of your life here on Earth, your mortal experience? Dearest Pisces, what is this full moon bringing to the surface for you? So we've had a lot of unveiling happening over the last few days. Maybe you've been experiencing that as well. All right, so I think we're ready here. All right, so Pisces, what is your mortal experience during this full moon? I'm being called to take the bottom card. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Well, Pisces, this is the single lady card. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are single, but you are stepping out. You are feeling the beauty of Venus in Taurus. I can see it. You're really, really shining brightly with this full moon, dear Pisces. You're feeling really at ease in your body and ready to take on the world. Okay, so this is a really beautiful reading for you, dear Pisces. So what is the soul asking for at this time? What is the soul calling through this full moon for you to listen to? Wow, I love it. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups, Pisces, water element, love. Okay, this is in the minor arcana, in the sort of court cards of the tarot. The 2 of Cups is the 2 of water. So this is also making me think of you, dear Pisces, with your two fish swimming in the yin and the yang. You see, you have the caduceus here, and but this could well be your soul mate. You are coming into contact with your soulmate. Interesting that we got the single lady as your mortal experience, but your soul is craving or calling for your mate, your perfect partner, really, your most harmonious partner. And this could also be a friendship. It could also be a new way of relating to yourself. Okay, because whenever I see the symbol 2, I think of Gemini as well. I'm also being reminded of the fact that the north node of the moon is currently in Gemini. So your soul may be tuning into the collective soul purpose and saying, hey, it's time to bring your mortal and your spiritual purpose into alignment. May the 2 become one. So let's see what that bridge is for you. Oh, wow. Pisces, what a beautiful reading you're having this evening. I'm loving this. So this is the 10 of Cups. And my goodness, look at that. Happy family, abundance. So lots of water element here for you, beloved Pisces. And this is, I'm actually thinking of my mom, because she's a Pisces sun, and she's currently in Miami with with her husband, my stepdad, and my brother and his wife and the 3 kids. And I'm thinking this is just such a happy, abundant, loving situation. Just the rainbow of love, cups overflowing with love. And wow, Pisces, this full moon is really highlighting for you what a beautiful support system you have. And if you're not feeling that, dear Pisces, then reach out to your family or reach out to your friends. Create this 10 of Cups for yourself. Find a way to, even if it's just the rule of 6, out in the garden this weekend here in the UK. It's a bank holiday. Get together. The weather might not be great, but see if you can get together with your family and friends, and you're going to really enjoy this full moon, dear Pisces. So if you're not already, just hoping that this resonates with you. And it could well be, if we're looking at this as a romantic reading for you, Pisces, let's say that perhaps you are really coming into yourself, feeling more at ease in your body throughout lockdown. Maybe it's been quite challenging for all of us, actually. We've been our rhythms have changed. but you're starting to really feel your own sovereignty again. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles. And then so it may well be that this 2 of Cups is just like a rekindling as well of you, your ego with your soul self. Okay, so and the result or the way to reach that is to just really dedicate some time to being with your family and friends. That's what's coming through for you, Pisces. And here's a message from Dom Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements. I'm loving these, and this is your message. Don't make assumptions. Learn to ask questions. Oh, I like this one. Okay. So when you get together with your family, don't make assumptions. Okay. So it is always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are clear as you can be, because once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. Oh, well, I'm loving this card, and I'm loving the fact that it's a swan, and you may have noticed my beautiful swan feather here, which came to me on a walk here in Dedham, where I live. Excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna have a bit more water. I'm pretty talked out. This is the longest tarot read I've ever done. Okay, so yeah, loving this for you, Pisces. The swan coming through to learn to ask more questions. So okay, so maybe now is your time to be more courageous and don't make assumptions. So if you are, let's say maybe someone watching this is needing to hear this as someone who's single and radiant at the moment, don't make assumptions that it's too late to meet your soulmate, okay? Also, don't make assumptions if you are in a relationship already, and maybe it's because you've been in lockdown together and it may have been a little bit intense. Don't make assumptions that you can't get it back, okay? Take some time to reconnect with your soulmate, okay? And that will start with you being truthful with yourself and not answering others' questions for themselves, okay? Don't take it all on yourself, okay? Pisces, that's one message I'm getting through here. So I hope that you found that helpful, dear Pisces, for your full moon in Scorpio, your super full moon. And I really hope that everyone watching this has enjoyed these readings this evening. I feel like we've really got into a nice flow. And I wish you all a really beautiful, radiant full moon, super full moon in Scorpio. May all your dreams manifest. May all your transformational experiences resolve themselves. If you are going through some difficulties at the moment with the transformation, please be kind, drink lots of water and get some rest. There's no rush. We are definitely, as a collective, going through some major shifts right now. So just hold on tightly. I like that the Pisces reading we close with is really calling all of us actually to get outside, connect with your friends and family. Time for being on our own is coming to an end, and we are blossoming now, and we're ready to meet up with and really be in love once more with ourselves and with our nearest and dearest. So full moon blessings to you all, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'm going to start doing more of these tarot reads. I think I'm going to do one on the new moon and one on the full moon, and I'll probably do them a bit earlier next time. So I was just really called to doing this through this Scorpio super full moon. And I hope that these have been helpful readings for you. Blessings.